everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and if this is your first time stumbling across one of my videos, I do focus on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. So if that seems like something that you may be interested in, please think about clicking on that subscribe button if you enjoy the content, of course. Also, if you're already a subscriber, go ahead and click on that notification bell. I upload twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes I'll put out a bonus video on Sunday, so I don't want you to miss any of them. In today's video, I am going to be talking about two fragrances that I have added to my collection. One is Angel Share by Kilian, and the other one is called Pas Soir from BDK Parfums. Now, both of these fragrances I would consider to be more for fall and winter, but of course we all know that fragrance is subjective. You can wear it whenever you want, and they are both also considered to be unisex fragrances. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on these, then stick around. So before we get started, I'm always asked about what I am wearing in the video. So let's start off with the earrings, and these are from a small business by the name of Shop Shun Black. Can you see those? They are so beautiful. I love these. And then also this sweater is from Zara. I'm just wearing my watch, which is a Rolex. I have on my rings, Cartier, Tiffany's, and these are some diamond rings. I'll have these linked down below as well for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to start off with the most sought after fragrance of 2020, which was Kilian's Angel Share. Now, if you are not familiar, Kilian is a niche house. His name is actually Kilian Hennessy, and he is a part of the Hennessy family, which is a cognac, liquor. And that's the cool thing about these fragrances. So this was a part of a two-part release from Kilian. We had Angel Share, which was more of the cognac type of drink. And then we also had Roses on Ice, which was a little bit more of the, lighter liquor type of drink, like vodka or gin or something like that. So I'm a gourmand girl. I like more of the warm, floral, spicy kind of notes. So I went with Angel Share. Now, a little bit of backstory, not much, but I wasn't really pressed about this. I remember I was on Instagram Live and everyone was telling me about the release. They were asking me, was I gonna get it? I had never even heard of it, and then it just blew up. So when I looked it up that night, it was not available. It was sold out, and it has been sold out off and on since its release. I let a couple, maybe one or so months go by, and my girl Wit, she's on here as well. I have her channel linked down below. She told me that I needed this fragrance. After she got her hands on it, she was like, I know you're gonna love it. You're a gourmand lover, and I know your taste, and trust me, this is you. When I smelled this, I thought of you immediately. So I was like, okay, if she says this and it made her want to message me like that, I need to get my hands on it. I'm big on blind buys. I love like the suspense of a blind buy. So I went ahead and I searched for it. Of course, I could not find it anywhere. I literally purchased the last one from Saks online, and shipping was easy. I thought that they were actually going to cancel my order because, like I said, this fragrance had been sold out for forever. So I've had this fragrance for about 2.5 weeks or so. I got this before Christmas, definitely. Yeah, I got this like a week before Christmas. So I've had this for a while. I've worn it a couple of times, so I can definitely give you guys a little bit of a review on this one as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. And here is, oh my goodness, you guys, look at the bottle. This is so cool. So the size that I got is the 1.7 fluid ounce. I've only seen this size. However, I have heard that they do have a 100 ml. So I'm not sure, but this is the size that I have seen. And as you can see, this definitely looks like a glass of whiskey. It is such a beautiful bottle. It definitely reminds me of just a nice glass of cognac. So the bottle itself is glass, but the top is like a really hard acrylic type of plastic. I have heard complaints about that, but it doesn't bother me because this is, like I said, like an acrylic type of plastic. So I like that. I'm not upset with that at all. And I like the fact that the top will not break, so you'll always have it. And then, like I said, the bottle is actual glass, and you can see right there on the front, it just says Angel Share by Kilian, and it is like a little plaque there. It's not just like a little sticker. So to me, the packaging is beautiful. I know, like I said, a few people have, just kind of mentioned that they wish that the whole thing was glass, but to me it does not take away from its beauty and the quality of this product. So let's go ahead and get into the notes of this fragrance. Now this is considered to be a warm, spicy fragrance, which is right up my alley. I love an oriental floral. I love warm and spicy notes, and I love Gourmands. So if anything is warm and spicy, I'm probably going to like it. And so the first note in this starts off with cognac. Then we move into the middle notes, which are cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak. Love all of those. And then the base notes have praline, vanilla, and sandalwood, and I love those notes as well. So this is definitely a gourmand bomb. Now the one thing that I will say before I even spray this and get to smelling it and all of that, this fragrance is very sweet in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of the smell of Hennessy, just a little bit sweeter. And I've always said this, like, I don't drink Hennessy because let me tell you, Hennessy is just, honey, it takes me to a place. I don't need that in my life. Not at this age. But Hennessy has always been so fragrant and it smelled so good to me. And this smells like a sweeter version of Hennessy, the liquor. So let's go ahead and open this. Now it's not like a magnetic closure or anything. It just pops right off. And right away, I definitely smell the spiciness of this, which is the cinnamon. It's such a beautiful fragrance, you guys. I smell that cognac as well. And I'm also really getting that praline. This is not, to me, a scary fragrance. It's just for those people who really love sweet fragrances. Now, when I mentioned spicy and the praline and the wood notes, you may kind of think oud bouquet because I've spoken about that a few times on my channel. It's nothing like that. If oud bouquet was too much for you with that oud, this would be a really good one to try, you guys. Promise you, you will love it, because this does not have that thing that oud bouquet has that makes it like so different and unique. I have not smelled anything like this, and I think that this was such a genius product. It smells beautiful. Like I said, I would definitely wear this in the fall and winter. And I love it so much. And to me, this smells exactly how it does in the bottle. That's how it smells on me. Yeah. So right on my skin, praline always comes through on my skin, but I do get a freshness, like I get a freshness with this as well. I love a tonka bean note. To me, tonka bean reminds me of coffee, but it's not bitter. So it's just a beautiful, very sexy fragrance. This is definitely date night. You can cover yourself in this in the fall and winter time. I can just see this with like a nice cream coat with a nice cashmere scarf, like a camel color scarf like this, or a cream scarf or something. It's giving very much so luxe vibes. It's giving RBE. It's giving sexy, you know, yummy vibes. I just love it. And just that little bit of liquor definitely gives it an edge to it, and I love that because this is so sweet. So I love that edge that it gives it. So even though it's giving luxury and it's giving luxe, it's still for the girl who goes to the bar, you know, who can hang with the boys, goes to the bar after work and she has her a nice Manhattan or something like that. That is this to me. It is so beautiful. It just smells phenomenal. And like I said, I have not smelled anything like this. Now, I have, like I said, covered myself in this, and I keep saying this, but just trust me on this. It is a very sweet gourmand fragrance. So depending on if you have eaten or not, you may feel a little bit nauseated. When I first put this on, I had just brushed my teeth and, you know, I hadn't eaten or anything, and it just kind of gave me that little feeling in the pit of my stomach. But it wasn't too bad. It's not something that makes you sick necessarily, but if you haven't eaten, like, this is like having a drink on an empty stomach. Beware, okay? But it is so beautiful. It's so sexy. I can see why so many people wanted to get their hands on this. Now, let me just say this. I'm not a Kilian girl. I have tried some of Kilian's fragrances and they do not do it for me. I love the thought behind Kilian. I love the thought behind even wearing a Kilian fragrance, but the ones that I am familiar with, I think it's Black Phantom, Love Don't Be Shy, I've smelled. It's very medicinal. I don't get the hype around that one. Good Girl Gone Bad, I love the scent of that, but it's very much so a mom scent. in the most luxurious way ever. I love it. I purchased it for my mom, but it's definitely not bad girl at all in my opinion. It's definitely just good girl gone luxe, you know what I mean, instead of good girl gone bad. So I like that one, but it's just not a me fragrance. This is definitely a me fragrance. So Whitney girl, you were right on the money when you mentioned this. So I just wanted to put that out there because some people may feel like, oh, well, she's not a Kilian girl, she doesn't know what she's talking about. And some people can appreciate this opinion because I'm not a Kilian girl, so I'm not just going to fall head over heels for something just because it has his name on it, even though I love Kilian and like the idea behind Kilian, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is Angel Share, you guys. Highly recommended if you can get your hands on it. I'll do some digging and searching for you guys as well to see if I can link it down below. But this is a beautiful fragrance. I think it is safe enough to wear every day. So I do feel like this can and should, if it doesn't, come in a larger size bottle. Now, this to me would be Oud Bouquet. Like Oud Bouquet can come in such a small container like this and you still get your money's worth because it's so strong, it's so beast mode. This one definitely has good projection. You know, people will smell it on you, but it's not a scary fragrance and you can still cover yourself in it without just offending too many people. I mean, if they don't like sweet fragrances, they'll be offended, but you know what I mean. So it's not like a funky oud or anything like that. And this is a pretty decent price point for Kilian. He has a few different price points. The higher ends are like $200 and something. This one goes for $195, and then he has a lower end of fragrances that are like $100 sold at Sephora. So again, I love this fragrance. I think it was a great price point. Love the packaging. The packaging I'm obsessed with, and I'm also just obsessed with the story behind it. I love a good story and a scenario behind a fragrance. So yeah, love this one so much, you guys. Now my next fragrance is by BDK Parfums, and this is a new niche house that I have fallen in love with. I have 2 fragrances from this house already that I have reviews on, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And I also was sent this particular fragrance, and I've been wanting this one ever since I tried the other 2. So I was so happy that the company reached out to me and they sent me this fragrance as like a little Christmas gift, which I was so honored because, you know, it's just like, this is something that I really wanted. So this is called Soir from BDK Parfums. Now, one thing I love about BDK Parfums is they always have the coolest scenarios. I don't have to create one for you guys because the stories behind these fragrances are just chef's kiss, okay? Like, they know what they're doing. They really appeal to a girl like me who needs and loves to put herself in that place when it comes to a fragrance. And this is a French fragrance house, and it's just so risque and just so edgy and kind of dirty. I love that. So I'm gonna read the full scenario for you guys, and also get into the notes. So the top notes of this fragrance are black pepper, ginger, and mandarin. These are notes that I don't usually go for. Keep that in mind. The heart notes are Moroccan jasmine, quince chutney, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and orange blossom. I do like a jasmine note every now and then, and I do love an orange blossom note. I kind of got into that in 2020 as well. And your base notes are cashmere, patchouli of Singapore, and amber wood. Now, I love an amber note. I have not tried any patchouli of Singapore, but I kind of like a patchouli note every now and then. And then cashmere has definitely been something that I got into late 2020 as well. And this is considered to be a fruity, spicy, woody fragrance. Now, I'm gonna show you guys the bottle. So here's the packaging, you guys, and I love the fact that it kind of just slides out like a book. And maybe that's why they go into like this storytelling of the fragrance as well. I literally live for the whole thing, okay? I live for it. Everything on this box is written in French. It's just, you know, I live for how they do this. And here's the bottle, and all of BDK Parfums come in the exact same bottle. They just have a different color juice on the inside. And everything about this is like super like sturdy, okay? Sturdy, sturdy, sturdy. Love that. I love this resin top. It may be glass, but it's like black and just thick and heavy. I live. So let's go ahead and get into the story of this fragrance. And this is called, like I said, Soir, which means not tonight. So it says, just like every night, Madam is getting ready in her office. She won't have time to go back home. She freshens up, touches her makeup up, red velour lipstick, sometimes Bordeaux, depending on her mood. She brushes her hair and takes out her necklace from her purse. Her white shirt, slightly open, highlights her inviting curves. She adds a bit more black to her eyes. She slams the front door as her heels stride on the sidewalk. Just like every Thursday, she's going to the cabaret place de la Concorde. Madam has high hopes like every night. She likes people. She loves life. She finds a stool at the bar and orders a whiskey with ice before lighting her cigarette. Now, we are in France, so you know that's a thing there. In the darkness, she makes out a silhouette in front of her. She turns to the side. It's him. It's always him. Their paths often cross, but they never speak. She smiles, gets up, and goes dancing, alone. Men line up for her attention. She politely replies, "Madam is chic," she responds. Close to 2 a.m., while a dandy-looking man catches her eye and invites her to dance. She abides, but only for a short period. She leans in, says she has to go home. She likes him, but the morning is soon approaching. She leaves after whispering these words in his ear, "Not tonight." Hello? Like, give it to me. Give it to me, BDK. You did that, okay? Love, love, love that. And I get from this story a powerful woman who works hard. She likes to blow off a little bit of steam after work. I mean, honey, to go to a bar after work on a Thursday, you get a little dancing in. But listen, I don't have time to cultivate no full-on relationship. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time, okay? And I gotta get home because guess what? Work calls in the morning. So not tonight, but not in a crass way, not in a mean way, not in a don't talk to me kind of way, just in a I'm a boss and I got things to do type of way. Live for that. Live, okay? I mean, come on, you guys. So this is probably my new everyday scent. Let me spray this just to remind myself. The sprayer, the atomizer on these are beautiful. Yes, I love this. Okay, so yes, right off the top, I'm getting ginger and mandarin. I guess I can get black pepper. There's a spiciness there, but definitely I'm getting that ginger in there, which is usually, again, not something that I would go to, but that's where the sweetness is coming in for me. The mandarin brightens it up. I can see orange blossom as well. Definitely giving the amber note. Not really getting the cashmere and the patchouli, but over time, this definitely dries down more like a skin scent, which is why, oh, it's so beautiful. Which is why, and it's not like it's more beautiful than the other one. It's just a different vibe, and it just takes me to a place, which is why I feel like this is like my signature scent. Because it's not overly sweet at all, but it's definitely still a sweet scent, but it has an uplifting notes, which is the citrus, but it's not fresh by any means. And this is definitely something that I can see myself wearing day and night, and it really just embodies what I want to smell like, okay? I had been on my like signature fragrance kick, which I was wearing the MFK Gentle Fluidity Gold, because to me that's such a beautiful feminine scent that still has a luxe vibe. This one here is all of those things, but she's playful, you know, she's about her business, she's inviting, she's welcoming, but she is not pressed. She's not saying come smell me either. And I love that, especially for a signature scent, something that you can wear all day, every day. You can continuously spray yourself with it. Now, I wore this for about 9 hours one day. I put it on earlier in the day. I wasn't doing anything. Then I kind of went out later on that night, went Christmas shopping, had dinner. By the end of the night, it was definitely a skin scent, but it still had that strength and sexiness to it, while still being uplifting and welcoming. My boyfriend loved this when I wore it. He was like, that smells so good. And I'm like, right, it's so good. This is such a beautiful scent, you guys. Like, it's kind of hard to explain it. The way that they placed that story on this fragrance is literally that. Like, I heard someone say that this kind of reminds them of Viktor and Rolf's Flower Bomb on the dry down, but better. I can see what you mean, because so many people love Viktor and Rolf's Flower Bomb, and to me that is a younger version of this. To me, Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb is definitely sexy, it's welcoming, it's inviting, it's a little intoxicating, but it's not unique. This one, I'm not gonna say that there's nothing else like this out there, because the notes are welcoming, you know, so anything that's welcoming, it can't be too far out because people don't like change. Okay, we know that. So, but I've never smelled anything like it. I have not smelled anything like it. I can understand why someone would say Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb on the dry down, but it does not smell like that at all to me. But it has the same kind of essence, just fun, flirty, but bossy, you know, a little sassy. I like that, but I cannot stress enough how inviting it is. Okay, it's a very inviting fragrance, but it still I'm not pressed. I love it so much, you guys. This is, like I said, it's one of my new favorites. I won't say that this is something that you have to have. If you love beast mode fragrances, this is not beast mode, in my opinion. You're not gonna smell the person from across the room, but this has a lingering, intoxicating smell that kind of just, you know, follows your trail. So I do like that, but it's not gonna funk up the room when you walk in, and not every day for that. Not every day calls for something like that. So that's why I love this one, because a lot of the fragrances that I've been adding to my collection, especially for fall and winter, are very much so beast mode, very much so different, and, you know, head turners. This one is more of a nudging, kind of close. You know, like if you're sitting at the bar, I would say this. If you were sitting at the bar, you would have to look over to the man to give him a smile, to show him that it's okay to talk to you, because it's not like he's going to tap you on your shoulder and say, oh my gosh, what are you wearing? You know what I'm saying? Because it's beautiful, and he's definitely watching. That's why he's still sitting there, okay? Because otherwise he'd be up moving around, honey, talking to the other girls. So he's still sitting there because he smells you and he thinks you're beautiful, but he could be a bit intimidated because he's just not sure if you will have time for him. And at the end of the night, you still let him down gently. But at the end of the day, girl, I mean, you know, he felt welcomed enough. He felt welcomed enough to say hello. And that's exactly what this one is. I live for this fragrance. So thank you so much, BDK, for sending this over to me. I now have 3 of your fragrances, and I'm interested in trying other ones, you guys. It's everything. I did not tell you that this is 100 ml, so 3.4 fluid ounces. And you don't have to cover yourself in it, but if you definitely want this to last forever and ever and ever, and you want to funk up the room just a little bit, you know, overspray this one. This one is a safe overspray, and it's just so beautiful. I love it. Okay, I love it so much. So yeah, y'all, these are my 2 fragrances that I have added to my collection. I kind of want to say that these are going to be the last fragrances that I add to my collection for a while, because I have enough and nothing has wowed me. This is the reason why I decided to do this video, because both of these wowed me. These were different in their own unique way. This one is different and sexy and edgy. It just, it's something about this one. And this one is that everyday, different, inviting, welcoming sex appeal. So I love them both, and they are definitely both worth having, in my opinion. That's the reason why I came on here, to let you guys know about them, because I'm kind of over it. Like, I have so many fragrances now. I buy so many fragrances that, you know, at a point you're not wowed by anything, and I was definitely wowed by both of these. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out that description box. I will have them both linked down below for you all, along with, like I mentioned earlier, my earrings, my hair, everything else that you may be interested in. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you on my next video. Bye, guys.